Yo, what up? It's your boy, Gray Guardian, back from work. Work was freaking crazy today. There was a whole flood. It was crazy. You had to be there. So today we ain't talking about PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo. We talking about the MCU, Marvel Comics, Disney shenanigans. Because, that's fun. I love when Disney does anything because then I get to, talk crap about it. Everything they do sucks. Everything they touch dies. Someone's got to talk about it. Also, before I start talking about this topic, want to join the Discord? In the description below. It's the Hangar. Have fun in there. You get to hang out with me, All Eyes on Jet, and some of my real life homies, and some of my longest online homies. We be chilling, whatnot. And so, what are we talking about today? Riri Williams. Look, let me just... Riri Williams. Look. I'm gonna put it to you like this. If you seriously believe Riri Williams is a good character, if you like Riri Williams, Ironheart, you're stupid. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You're an idiot. You're a moron. You're pretty stupid. Yeah, she has to be the worst character I've ever seen in comics at this point. And you're probably I'm gonna just say, you're probably a nigga. Yeah, you're probably a nigga. Let's get one thing straight. Riri Williams was created for the sake of diversity. And as I've said before on this channel, when you try so hard to be diverse, you end up not being very diverse at all. In fact, a lot of the time when they try to do this, they just end up being ironic and stereotypical, which also makes them seem to be, it's like they're trying so hard not to be racist that they end up looking and sounding very racist. In Riri's case, first off, her backstory. Like, I'm gonna make one thing clear. I didn't watch this show, but on my YouTube feed the past couple days, it's just been littered with the Ironheart show is terrible. Video after video popping up on my feed saying it's terrible. And it's like super accurate to how she was written in the comics. So yeah, at that point, yeah, it's gonna be freaking terrible. So her backstory, and I'm not making this, like, look, people think I'm making it up when I tell them this about Riri Williams, but I'm not. I'm not making this up. This is legitimately her backstory, so listen to me, okay? She's like 8, 9-ish, 10-ish years old, elementary school, right? Now her teacher is a white woman. Keep that in mind. That shouldn't be important, right? But it's gonna be important. You'll see in a minute. It was one of those days. You remember when we were in elementary school and they would have that, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up type days? Riri got all weird about it. Okay? Weird in the sense where she told her teacher something along the lines of, now keep in mind, Riri is a black girl. Her teacher's white. Riri told her teacher, basically, I need you to oppress me in order for me to feel like I need to strive to do something. Yeah, it's as dumb as it sounds, but that's basically the gist of what was going on. And of course, understandably so, her teacher was like, what? Like, Riri, we're in the 2000s. You can do whatever you want. You're free. Like, what are you talking about? And Riri was like, she put her, like, she was doubling down on it. She gave her teacher this psychotic stare of sorts, and her teacher was like, oh, all right. that's very out of pocket of you. So then her teacher's just like, okay, you know what? Fine. You'll never be as good as Tony Stark. There. How about that? And then you know what Riri does? How does she react to this? I'm gonna be better than Tony Stark. I'm gonna be greater than Tony Stark. Like, that's her backstory. You needed a white person to oppress you in order for you to... I still can't, but I saw the comic panels. This is real. This is real. This is actually her backstory. I'm not making this up. So she gets older. She's in college. And you know, she needs her Iron Man suit. She gotta get that Iron Man suit, bruh. She's gotta be Ironheart. Does she make her own suit? Man, she did the most stereotypical freaking thing she could do as a black person. She freaking stole it. She stole the suit she stole the tech from the college. Bruh, she stole it. Like, you're trying so hard to be diverse, not racist. You stole the suit. And then, you know what's funny about that? In the show, and I saw a clip of it, like, she was just bad-mouthing about Tony's name constantly in that show. Just disrespecting his name. Keep in mind, Tony Stark is dead in the MCU. Canonically, right now, as of right now in the MCU, Tony Stark is dead. If you watched Endgame, you know this, because he sacrificed himself with the Infinity Gauntlet. Right? And she has the audacity to literally say, oh, Tony wasn't all that. The only reason he had all that stuff is because he was a millionaire. Pause. The only reason Tony had his suits was because he was a millionaire. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that, bruh? All right, look. Tony was kidnapped by terrorists and put in a cave with a box of scraps and proceeded to build a fully functional arc reactor, okay, with just random crap in a box. And then proceeded to not only build the arc reactor, but the prototype to his freaking Iron Man suit. He built the prototype Iron Man suit, bruh. Flamethrowers, a little firecracker launcher, like, bruh, in a cave with a box of scraps, okay? No money in that cave. He had no money there. I'll do you one better. My boy Peter Parker, our boy Spider-Man, okay? Big Pete. You want to know what he did with household appliances? Peter Parker legitimately actually did this in the comics. He built a time machine out of household appliances. With what money? With what money? His web shooters? With what money did he do that? His brain, man. Isn't Riri Williams supposed to be a genius? Why can't she just make a freaking suit? Why did she steal it? She apparently didn't even finish college in the show. Like, she got expelled because she stole the suit or something like that. It's like, why didn't you, if you're so smart, you just finish school, make your own freaking suit of armor. Like, she's just terrible. This is why I hate when people make black characters just for the sake of them being black. Especially when we have so many great black superheroes already in Marvel, especially in Marvel. You know, honestly, Marvel and DC. Static Shock, hello? Green Lantern, John Stewart, come on. Some of the best superheroes are black. Storm, she was the leader of the X-Men for a minute. Instead of giving, look, War Machine is a black Iron Man already. Oh, but wait, no, we can't have a man. It's gotta be a woman. Make a black woman Iron Man. You know, you could have made it like to where Rhodey had a daughter or something, and then she took on the mantle of War Machine at some point. You see, that's a brilliant idea right there. You see how easy that was? I hate Disney. You know, people think I just be making stuff up. Like I just be hating just to hate. No, dumb. I think. I use my brain. I have critical thinking skills. When you see stuff like this right in front of you, and then people just say, "Oh, I like that." It's like, are you really paying attention to what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're reading? Are you? I don't think so. It's just one of those things, man. This character should not exist. And the fact that they thought making a TV show for her was a good idea. Sometimes I hate the fact that I go to Disney World for vacation. And I know my mom is probably watching this video right now. I love me some Epcot fish and chips. Y'all know this. But Lord have mercy, I freaking hate giving Disney my money ever. I hate it. I absolutely despise Disney. They ruin everything. They ruined Star Wars. The MCU is a freaking joke. I can't take it seriously. Especially when you got characters like Riri Williams. Abysmal. I'll never forget the time they made Storm racist to white people. You made Iceman gay, but you didn't do it right. You made it to his whole personality was just I'm gay. It's so stupid. Marvel's a joke. Marvel is a freaking joke right now. I just had to rant about Riri Williams because it's been on my head for about a week. It's been all over my YouTube feed. Don't watch the freaking show. Don't waste your time. Again, if you like it, you're probably an idiot. You're probably a freaking idiot. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Deuces. I'm going out to eat with the homie. Later.